Well, good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? Pretty good here, and welcome to the channel. Hey, a couple days ago or so, I showed an unboxing of the TRD skid plate that I got for the Tacoma up there. And I have decided, I mentioned in that video that I was going to paint it, and indeed, I am going to paint it. So, what I'm doing here is kind of prepping the skid plate itself. I've decided that I'm going to take the letters off, these red letters, and they're held on really by some double-sided tape on the back. I've already got one off, as you can see. I'm just using a trim tool and going around the edges. These are just really locator pins on the back. They don't really hold it that well. And hopefully saving enough of the tape that I can just put it back down. Doesn't look like I screwed it up too badly. So we're going to pull off the other two, and then I'll take this oil filter plate here, this is an access plate, off, and spray it along with the skid plate itself. And I'll show you what paint I'm using and stuff like that here in a few minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and see about getting the rest of these letters off. I won't bore you with that. It's merely going around and scraping underneath with this trim tool, and then we'll come back on. Okay, we're back on here. I've got all the letters off, as I showed you guys before. We'll reuse those. They all came off pretty easily. I'll probably put fresh double-sided tape on them, but should work pretty good. The plate is laying down here, the skid plate beside me. I've taken off the air or the oil filter access panel. We'll paint that separately so that we get everything painted. I've wiped everything down, so we should be good to go. And what I've got now, this is a Rust-Oleum truck bed coating, black. You guys can see, and hopefully it's matte like this cap would have you think it is. I hope so. That's the look I'm going for. We're going to coat the whole thing. It says 2 coats within like a few minutes of each other. It actually says, let's see. For best results, apply 2 coats, allow product to dry for 1 to 2 minutes between, and you have an hour to apply that second coat. So I'm going to shake it up a bit, and then we'll point you guys down here. Hopefully I won't get paint all over the camera and everything else, because I am doing it in the garage. It's like 300 degrees outside in the sun. You guys can see maybe out here it is bright, sunny, mostly sunny day, so it's quite bright out there, and quite hot, I should say. So we're going to do it in here. We'll let it dry, and then you're supposed to let it dry for 72 hours, so we're going to let that happen, probably a little bit longer, and then we'll put the letters back on and get it on the truck. So let me finish shaking my can, and we'll go ahead and start painting. Okay, here we go. I'm all shaken up. I'm starting on the back side only because I want to do this lip, and it curves down underneath the rest of the skid plate. So I want to get this lip here and probably along these edges. Matter of fact, I might just go ahead and spray all of the lip part of it, if you will, around here, because it kind of curves out a little bit. So I kind of want to make sure I get that, and then I'm going to put it up on top of this box here, I guess, so that I can have it up a little bit higher and get it off of the cardboard. So that's the plan. Wish me luck. Here we go. I hope it comes out well. It smells like paint. Yeah. Now I suppose I could give it its obligatory, that does look pretty shiny, I must say. 2-minute drying time, and then go over that again before I flip it over. So while that's happening, I guess I'll go ahead and we'll get this little piece here painted. So I'll move it over so you can watch the carnage on that. There you go. So we'll go ahead and get this painted. Boy, that stuff smells. Woo! Alright, make sure we have the top part. Start on the edge. And turn. And turn. Somehow I took all my tools away. That's no good. Just get some of it on us, I guess. You can't paint without getting stuff on here. Alright, then we'll go ahead and just do the coat across the top. And we'll let that dry, the obligatory 2 minutes. Got a little paint on myself. So we'll let that dry for a couple of minutes and then we'll hit all the edges again and then I'll flip it over and we'll do the top part. Okay, we've got it flipped over, all the edges are done. We're going to hit that little square cover piece, the oil filter cover piece again real quick. And then we're going to tackle the top with 2 coats. It's pretty good so far. There we go. Alright, let's do the top part now. We'll start over here on the edge. I do have a fan going, but it's below the level of this, so it'll be okay. Cool. Okay, that's the first coat. I should have the mask on, you know, but I don't. I'm gonna in a minute. But that's the first coat. Looks pretty good, I think. We'll let that dry for about 2 minutes, like the directions say. A little more paint on me, and then we'll spray it again. Okay, we are done. I just wanted to show you guys that I did remember to put on a breathing mask for the second coat. I honestly forgot the first time around, so that's why I wasn't wearing one, but I did for the second time around. Anyway, let's take a look. This is the finished product. minus the letters, of course. They will go right there. But you can see it came out pretty good, I think. It's still wet, so you might see some shinier places, but I think it came out really well. It's got kind of a textured look to it. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but does have kind of a textured look to it. There's that plate. It came out really nice, I think. So I'm happy with it. Once it completely dries, we'll be able to stick the lettering back on there, and that's really gonna pop, man. That bright red letter, or lettering rather, against this black finish, that is gonna look sweet, I think. So should be pretty cool. I can't wait to get it on. This is more what I was looking for, as opposed to that kind of silver plated finish. I don't know. I will have to touch up the bolts, of course, once I crank on them to screw it on. So I'm probably going to have to get another thing of paint. We used the whole can for this application, so I don't have any left. So yeah, I imagine I'll be getting another can of paint just to use for touch-up on those bolts, assuming they chip off, and I imagine they will. So that's the finished product. In a little while, a few days probably, we'll be installing it on the Tacoma up there. But for now, we have to let it dry, and then I'll need to get those letters back on. Anyway, appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Would you have just gone with the original finish? I'd be curious. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on the web. Have a great day. Bye.